So for this video, I wanted to answer a frequently asked question on my channel. And that question is, how would I rank the Jurassic Park movies, in what order would they be in, and which one's my favorite? So hopefully this video will present an answer to you guys, and as always, this is just my opinion on which movies I prefer over the other ones, and overall I love the franchise. So let's go ahead and begin with the movie that I have on number 4 on my list, and we're going to start with the movies that I like the least, and then we'll go to the movies that I like the most. So let's go ahead and start with my number 4. So my least favorite Jurassic Park movie is Jurassic Park 3. Now, as far as the dinosaurs in this movie go, I think that it really nails it. I love the Spinosaurus, I love the new raptors, I love that this is a different kind of raptor that we haven't seen before, and that's something that I like about Jurassic Park overall. In each film, we have a different type of raptor to experience. They're never really the same twice. In this movie, they were still quite aggressive, but they were also possibly the most intelligent velociraptors we've seen in the franchise, maybe besides the Jurassic World velociraptors, and also the Spinosaurus. Who can forget the Spinosaurus? I absolutely love the Spinosaurus. I love how ferocious it is. I love its aggression and just how large it is. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the dinosaurs, in my opinion, in Jurassic Park 3. Where this movie falters is, I think, the story and with its human characters. I don't think that the human characters are likable, except for Alan Grant, who has returned. I think that he's one of the only likable characters in the movie. I think that Billy was likable at first, but then he kind of changed. And then, of course, the Kirbys are just, they're unbearable at points. I also think as the third movie in the franchise, it should have shook things up a little bit more, but instead we just got our human characters on an island and then they have to escape the island. That's what I really respect about Jurassic World, is it took the concept of the original movies and it shook things up. It gave us different things to experience. It wasn't just the same retread that we've seen before, which I think Jurassic Park 3 kind of deals with a little bit. It's just people that go to an island and then they have to get off the island. That's basically the story in this one. I think that The Lost World actually handled that story a lot better than Jurassic Park 3, and then Jurassic Park, of course, it being the first one, you can't fault it for that. But like I said, that's where I think Jurassic World exceeds, is it shook things up, and I think that's really important and something that Jurassic Park 3 really failed to do. So my number 2 and my number 3 spots really switch back and forth, but for number 3, I think I'm going to go with The Lost World. And The Lost World, I think, is a movie that gets a lot of needless hate, and it's one of my favorite childhood movies, and a movie that I could just pop in and watch at any time. I really think that people have criticized it for not being a very smart movie, and it has its moments where it kind of falters a little bit, but overall, I think that The Lost World is a severely underrated movie. The effects are fantastic. I would say the effects in The Lost World are on par with the first Jurassic Park. I also love that this movie is also able to focus on the dinosaurs while still giving us pretty likable human characters with Sarah Harding and of course the return of Ian Malcolm. I really like those two human characters, and although Kelly can be a little bit annoying at times, I actually don't think that she's that bad, and that she's actually a little bit of a step up from the original kids, but that's just my little opinion on that. But The Lost World, great movie. Like I said, I like that it switches things up a bit from the first Jurassic Park. The first Jurassic Park was more of a theme park, and now we got to experience the animals in the wild, and I really think that that's cool. And the trailer scene in The Lost World, that's a classic scene in film history. I think that's a very big achievement on behalf of Steven Spielberg, who did direct this movie, and I kind of understand the complaint of the ending with the San Diego incident being tacked on, but really that was one of my favorite moments as a kid, and I still think it's one of my favorite moments. I think that that is actually a great finale, because more T-Rex is good T-Rex in most cases. Not all cases, but most cases. And I think that The Lost World is a severely underrated film. It's a film that I would say gets more hate than it deserves, absolutely. I think the acting is pretty good, the effects are phenomenal, and the direction is overall really great. Of course, we can expect nothing less from Steven Spielberg. So yeah, that's just kind of the order that it fell on, and that's my number 3. So at number 2, I have 2015's Jurassic World. Now, everyone on the channel who's been here for a while knows how I feel about Jurassic World. I really liked the film. I think that it gave us fresh new human characters. The Indominus Rex is something that could have gone very, very wrong, but it didn't. Again, we bought the Indominus Rex. It's a cool new dinosaur hybrid edition, and it was still able to capture the original feeling of Jurassic Park while updating it. Again, the trained velociraptors, that's a whole new aspect to the Jurassic Park franchise that we've gotten, and Jurassic World really did a fantastic job of taking what we know and switching it up again. It didn't hit the same beats as the original movies, and it gave us new stuff to look at and ponder. Again, we get an active theme park in Jurassic World. The effects are overall good. There's a few CGI shots that aren't on par with others in the film, but it's still really good, and I think that it's a solid addition to the franchise, and it really revived it. Of course, I think since it did so well in the box office, it's clearly evident that this is a movie that a lot of people really love, and it was actually the second most searched thing in 2015. So a lot of people really were excited about Jurassic World, and I definitely think it delivered. People went and saw Jurassic World once and twice and a third time. It's a highly rewatchable film. It's a highly enjoyable film, and it's just a great, basically 2 hours of entertainment. And now I hope that they're able to bring us in new directions in the franchise going on, now that they know that they can do it and that people will accept it. And that's why Jurassic World is great, because it's not the same thing that we've seen over and over again. It's new stuff, new interesting things, and those interesting things are in fact quality things as well. So that's why it's number 2. Let's go ahead and talk about the very obvious number 1. So my favorite film in the Jurassic Park series of movies is, of course, the original Jurassic Park. This is the perfect marriage between enough screen time with the dinosaurs, which is actually very little, but Steven Spielberg really makes it feel like a lot, and we're very satisfied when we finish Jurassic Park, at least for me. And also the human characters, iconic human characters, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, of course, all of these characters, John Hammond. They all just really mesh well together, and their different personalities and opinions on dinosaurs really go well together as well. Of course, it pioneered visual effects with CGI and animatronics. The T-Rex pushing the Jeep over the cliff is one of the best scenes in movie history, I think, and it's just very iconic. Everything in Jurassic Park is iconic, and it was highly successful at the time, and Jurassic World was kind of able to recreate that success. But Jurassic Park is a near-perfect movie. The human characters, like I said, fantastic. I love the idea of dinosaurs being brought back to life and having this group of people come in and kind of test the park to see what it's like, to see if it's functional, and to see if it's actually possible to bring actual guests in there to experience these beautiful animals that used to live long ago. This is also the film that put the Velociraptor on the map, my favorite Jurassic Park dinosaur. Before, everyone was so excited about the T-Rex, but after Jurassic Park, really the Velociraptor was one of the dinosaurs to beat, and it made him intelligent and fierce, and it captured the imagination of everyone. And also the herbivores, the Brachiosaurus, great addition to Jurassic Park with its animatronic, and the Triceratops, I think one of the best animatronics in the whole franchise. It really was great. It gave us time with the herbivores, it gave us time with the carnivores, while not giving us not giving us so much of it that we were overwhelmed, just giving us the right amount. And also when the camera is not on the dinosaurs, it's still very interesting, because we want to learn more about this park. Not only that the dinosaurs are here and how they handle the dinosaurs, but how they handle other things, like how they're having problems with various different aspects of the park. And I really do enjoy this movie. Also the Dilophosaurus, that's another dinosaur that Jurassic Park really put on the map, and it really popularized a lot of dinosaurs, and something that I think is really great. And for those of you that haven't read the Jurassic Park novel, if you'd like to read more into the details on how exactly they run the park, there's actually a few chapters all based around how they run the park, and not just the dinosaurs, but how they're able to feed the dinosaurs, how they're able to keep everything in check, and how dinosaurs might have been getting off the island. And the novel itself is really good. I would say on par with the movie, although very different from the movie. So anyway, guys, those are the Jurassic Park movies ranked. What do you guys think? Go ahead and rank your Jurassic Park movies in the comments down below. As it stands for me, it goes JP3, The Lost World, Jurassic World, and then the original Jurassic Park. Anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day.